So, good morning everyone. The topic for today is all about the curriculum validation process. Learning objectives is by the end of the discussion, students should be able to number 1 is understand the concept of curriculum validation. Number 2 is recognize the key stakeholders involved. 3. Explain the step involved in curriculum validation. 4. Understand how feedback is collected and used. And number 5 is recognize the benefits of curriculum validation, and also last, appreciate the role of curriculum validation in enhancing learning success. So what is curriculum validation? So for definition is the process of reviewing and improving a competency-based curriculum or CBC to ensure it meets industry standard and prepares learning for real-world tasks. So for the goal is to make sure the curriculum is up to date, effective, and relevant to both the industry and learner. So dito po is curriculum validation ay yung parang pag-check or pag-review ng mga lessons natin para siguraduhin na update and also the swak siya sa kailangan sa trabaho. So ibig sabihin po, chine-check kung tama ba yung mga tinuturo sa atin, kung align pa ay ba sa kung anong hinahanap ng mga company ngayon. Kasi syempre mabilis magbago yung mga trabaho, 'di ba? May mga bagong skills na kailangan. So kailangan po i-validate yung mga curriculum para sure na pag-graduate natin and ready tayong lahat sa totoong trabaho, hindi lang for theory. So in short po, dito sa curriculum is making sure na yung mga pinag-aaralan natin ay useful, update, and relevant para sa real world. So, why is curriculum validation important? Industry alignment keeps the curriculum in line with the current job requirements and practices. So, dito po, ibig sabihin naman is sinisigurado yung nito na ang mga lessons natin ay tugma sa mga kailangan ngayon sa trabaho. Hindi yung outdated na skills yung tinuturo sa atin. So dito sa improved learning ensures students are receiving the most relevant and practical education. So dito dahil validate yung curriculum, sure tayo na yung natutunan natin ay practical at talagang magagamit natin sa real life, hindi lang sa exams. And last is equality assurance helps maintain high standard in training program. So dito naman mataas ang standard ng training program natin. Hindi basta-basta tinuturo, talagang sinisigurado quality. So hindi lang po basta-basta tinuturo, talagang sinisiguradong quality yung education na nakukuha natin. For the curriculum validation team member as curriculum expert, educators who ensure the curriculum is well structured and educational. So dito naman po, sila yung mga educators o teacher na tinitingnan kung maayos organized at educational talaga yung curriculum. So for industry representative, professionals who provide insight into current job requirements. So ito naman, sila naman yung mga professional na nagtatrabaho talaga sa industry. Sila yung nagsasabi kung ano yung skills na kailangan ngayon sa aktual na trabaho. So sa expert trainers who offer practical experience and feedback on curriculum application. So dito naman, ito yung mga trainers na may hands-on experiences. Sila yung mga nagbibigay ng feedback kung kumbaga effective ba yung training kapag tinuro na. Selection criteria: competence, knowledge, and experience in the subject. So dito naman po, kailangan may sapat na knowledge at experience sa field. So hindi pwede yung walang alam na sa subject. So sa commitment, willingness to devote time and resources to the process. So ito naman po, dapat willing silang maglaan ng oras at effort para ma-review at ma-improve ang curriculum. The curriculum validation process. Number 1 is examine existing curriculum documents. Number 2 is collect feedback from stakeholders. 3. Ensure unbiased decision making. 4. Documents findings and make recommendation. And last is finalization and approval. So dito is what happens. Review the current curriculum, identify strengths and weaknesses. So, dito po, kapag na-examine tayo ng existing curriculum, ibig sabihin, nire-review natin yung kasalukuyang curriculum para makita kung ano yung mga magaganda at ano naman yung kailangan pang ayusin. So, dito sa look out course materials, learning outcomes, and assessment. So, dito naman po, tinitingnan natin yung mga course materials, yung learning outcomes. Ano dapat yung mga natutunan ng student at pati yung assessment o yung mga task activities. So, dito naman po sa goal, to understand the current state of the curriculum and find areas for improvement. So, dito, maintindihan natin kung nasaan yung curriculum ngayon at hanapin kung saan pa siya pwedeng i-improve. So, in short po dito, parang health check ng curriculum, hinahanap yung malakas or hinanap din kung saan mahina para maayos. Collect feedback. Who is involved? Trainers give feedback on how well the curriculum works in practice. So, dito, after i-review yung curriculum, next step is to collect feedback. Ibig sabihin, kumukuha tayo ng mga opinions at suggestion mula sa iba't ibang tao para malaman kung effective ba talaga yung curriculum. So, sino-sino nga ba ang involved dito? So, trainers po, dito, sila yung nagbibigay ng feedback kung gumagana ba yung curriculum sa totoong training. So, dito po sa trainees, share their learning experiences and challenges. So, dito is mga student na nag-share kung ano yung naging experience nila, kung madali ba o mahirap at kung ano yung mga naging challenges nila. So, this industry representative validate if the curriculum align with real-world job requirements. So, dito, sila naman yung nagsisigurado kung swak ba sa real-world job needs yung mga tinuturo. Method survey, interview, and focus group discussions. So, dito, parang mga tanungan, kwentuhan, or form na sinasagutan para maipon lahat ng ideas at suggestion. So, in short po, kumbaga importante ang feedback para makita kung saan ba pa pwedeng i-improve ang curriculum based sa actual experience ng trainees at industry. Unbiased decision making, kay focus, use data and fact to make decision. So, dito naman po, pagkatapos makuha lahat ng feedback, importante na yung decision making natin ay unbiased. Ibig sabihin, fair at hindi one side. So, paano ginagawa yun? So, dito nga po sa data, facts to make decision, ito yung hindi lang basta opinion para sure na may solid na basehan yung decision natin. So, dito naman sa ensure that the sample size is large enough to avoid biased conclusion. So, ibig sabihin po, marami dapat ang pinagtanungan natin para hindi lang iisang side ang maririnig. So, dito po sa involve a variety of perspective to maintain objectivity. Dito, kinukonsider natin ang iba't ibang perspective. Trainers, trainees, at industry expert para objective at balance yung decision. So, sa madaling salita po dito is, hindi pwedeng mag-decide based lang sa isang kwento o idea. Kailangan kompleto ang facts madami ang makausap. So, dito naman po sa document findings and recommendation, activities, analyze feedback and data collected, and identify key areas for improvement, document recommendation for revising the curriculum, and last is outcome, a report with a clear action for curriculum enhancement. So, finalization and approval. So, dito po, sa make any final adjustment to the curriculum based on the findings. So, dito, ayusin natin ang mga parts ng curriculum na kailangan ng pagbabago o update. So, dito sa submit the revised curriculum to relevant personnel, program manager, department head. So, dito, pagkatapos ma-finalize isasubmit natin ang bagong version ng curriculum sa mga tamang tao tulad ng program manager o department head para ma-review nila. So, dito sa goal po, kumbaga po, approval ay so, dito, kumbaga, para makuha ng approval para ma-implement na update curriculum at masimulan na ang pagtuturo gamit ng mga bagong updates. So, dito sa benefits of curriculum validation, dito sa ensures industry relevance is align curriculum with the skills needed in the workplace. So, dito po, siguradong naka-align yung curriculum sa skills na kailangan talaga sa workplace. Para hindi sayang yung natutunan ng student kasi sa trabaho. So, dito po sa improve quality of education, dito po tinutulungan nito na mapanatiliin ang mataas na standard sa training at learning. Hindi outdated yung tinuturo o kaya quality talaga. So, dito naman po sa support continuous improvement. Dahil sa validation, lagi nating nai-update ang curriculum para hindi siya naluluma or laging relevant at useful. So, dito naman po sa enhanced learning success, better prepare student for future careers. So, dito po, dahil napapaganda ang training, masanda ang student sa future careers nila, and mas madali silang makakahanap ng trabaho o mag-level up sa career. So, in short po dito, ang curriculum validation ang susi para siguradong useful, update, at effective ang education natin. So, yun lang po. Thank you po.